This is an introduction video for Mr. Jaco van Dijk. Exceptional, phenomenal, great are some of the words I can use to describe him. But besides that, let me tell you about our working relationship. Me and Mr. van Dijk started working back in 2019 together when I was in matric. In Mathebula, yes, I was a matric student. Yes, I had a lot of things to do. But because of the way that he presented the DGTV concept to all of us, was so appealing. And yes, I was someone in sports. Yes, I was someone who was busy with culture, but this became something that I was super interested in, and that's how me and him started working together. Let me run you through some of the events that we had to do. So for sports, we had to do like live streaming for athletics, cricket, rugby, hockey, and all of the sports that were at the school, like your chess and all the other sports. What really helped with those was the fact that after the games we used to get interviews, and I was the guy who used to do the interviews with all of the players, and hey, it was really a great time, and it was something that I really enjoyed and that the players really enjoyed. And not only did we enjoy it, but the parents also loved it, because of the fact that if a parent couldn't be there, they could just watch through the Mathebula DGTV site, which was what it was such a great thing. Not only did we stop with our sports events, but we also put in the work with culture. Things like your prize giving, things like your sokis that we had at Mathebula, and any other various events that we had at Mathebula was always live streamed by him. And I used to get the interviews, and that made the less feel so important, made them feel like VIPs, and they were so intrigued and they were so excited to come to these events, which increased the numbers and definitely led us to be one of the best in the province. And I would love to take all the credit for that, but Mr. Jaco van Dijk can't take all of the credit. Working with him was such an exceptional time for me, and it was something that I really enjoyed. And not only did we work with like interviews, but also with camera work. I ended up being great with camera work, and that's all thanks to him. Something that I'm also grateful for is the fact that 2020, which was my first year out of high school, he managed to land me an internship at Rockfeder and White River, and all the experience that I had accumulated with him helped me very much with that role, as I worked with another producer, and it was such a great time, and it was because of him. So if you're watching this video and you want to hire him for any job, whether it's live streaming, whether it's things that will include VODs, etc., he's the guy for the job. Please give him the job. He's really exceptional, and anyone who's worked with him can tell you he's a bubbly person, he's a jolly person, and working with him was an absolute honor. And not only that, but it was an absolute joy, because he wasn't just invested in the end product, which was the VOD or the live stream that we had to do, but he was also invested in us as youngsters, and which is always a great thing, because as a youngster you want someone who will be invested in you, who will give you life lessons, who will give you lectures when you step out of line. And he did exactly that. Not only was he a great mentor, a great producer, but he was like dad to us. But I don't think he's that old for us to call him dad, but we used to call him dad. Thank you very much.